Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and today's video is a tutorial on the look that I'm wearing now. So I'm actually using the Australis Metallix Eyeshadow. So because it's quite a creamy texture, it can be quite difficult to use. I've found, I know that some people I've heard from, or some people have told me that it's not the easiest consistency and they can't make it work. So I've just showed you how to, probably the best way of applying it, and which kind of look to do it with. So I've decided to do like the darker outer V and just put it on the inside of the lid. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I'm just going to jump straight into it. So I'm just going to pop some Urban Decay Primer Potion. So this is just an eyelid primer to my eyelids, just so the pigment and colour last all day. I'm just quickly going to set that eyelid primer just with any skin tone sort of colour or powder sort of thing. So I'm just going to use my Australis Fresh and Flawless pressed powder, just so when you're putting the eyeshadow on, it doesn't actually crease and it blends on smoothly on top of a powder base. I'm just going to pop some sticky tape on the corner of my eye, just so it, when I put the eyeshadow on, when I blend it into my eye, when I blend it onto my lid, it doesn't actually go overboard, and just a nice crisp line. Okay, so now the sticky tape is down, I just wanted to let you know, sorry, that was my phone. I just wanted to let you know that I already have done my base, my foundation and my eyebrows, just to save time pretty much. And I never usually start with my eyes first, so I wanted to still be familiarised with myself. So foundation, eyebrows, I always have to start with that, otherwise I just feel funny. And I feel like if I do my eyes, I'm just going to like ruin it with my foundation, I don't know. But yeah, I am doing it a bit backwards today, but that's cool, you know. Okay, so the palette I chose to use today is the theBalm Nude Dude Palette, and then obviously I'm going to use my Australis Metallix Eyeshadow single just for the lid. So this is what it looks like. So I'm just going to start with just literally that matte colour there, just put that all, blend it all over my crease and my eyelid. Zoom you in a bit. So that's just going to act as a nice transition shade. It's very similar to my skin colour, but still just makes the next colour I put down transition a bit better. Okay, so the next colour I'm going to use is this brown colour here. It's called Flawless. The other one was called Fearless. And just blend that through the crease, focusing it more on the outer V. If you hear a lot of loud noises, it is my boyfriend downstairs playing on his PlayStation. He's playing Star Wars online, he's like seriously obsessed with it. And he has to have the volume up like to like freaking 100 or something, it's ridiculous. So that's just a nice, another transition shade. So I'm just going to go in with the pink colour here, which is called Feisty. Well, it's a pinky mauvey sort of colour. Similar sort of thing, but focus it more on the outer V. Obviously keeping the lid just quite bare on the inner part of my eyelid. So this is where the tape comes in handy. It's just so easy, you can just smash it there and you're not going to get it everywhere. So that whole time I was just using my Zoeva Luxe Definer 227 brush. So now I'm just going to do the outer V, and I'm using the Luxe Petite Crease brush 213, again Zoeva, and I'm going to go in with this dark mauve colour, which is called Funny. So I'm just going to, because it's a bit more defined, just going to be able to define my outer V a bit better. I find a trick with these Australis Metallix eyeshadows is to make sure the outer V is a lot darker and quite matte, and then you can put the metallic sort of cream on the inner third or inner half of your eyelid, instead of putting it all over the eyes. That's what I find, it looks really nice. So I'm just evening up both eyes. I'm just going to blend any harsh lines. So that is the outer bit of the eyes done. I'm just going to take the tape off so it just does that nice crisp line. Obviously I'm just going to blend it out a bit once I do my concealer because it's still a bit too harsh there. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with my Australis Metallix Eyeshadow. This is in the colour Pearl Jammin. It's very similar to Gold Gaga. It's like a really goldy colour. I don't know, I find I use this one more than the Gold Gaga one, but they're both very similar. This is my rose gold, I'd say. And I get a little small brush. This is just, what does it say it is? It says it's an eyeliner brush, but so I use a brush that looks a bit like that. It looks a bit like a lip brush and it's quite dense, and I just dip it into the eyeshadow just like that, and then I pack it all over my lid that hasn't got the actual eyeshadow. So just like that. The outer V doesn't look very nice, but I'll clean that up later. So I'll do the other eye and then I'll even it up a bit. It's like, I like it because it's quite, not patchy as such, but it's patchy enough that it looks like it's glitter. So instead of packing it on with your finger or whatever with just a brush, just means it makes the coverage kind of uneven, which is what I like. So there we have it. Okay, so now the top of the eyes are done, I'm just going to do the rest of my face. So I'll zoom out. And I'm just going to clean up those lines that I did make with the tape. Okay, so for concealer I'm using my Collection Lasting Perfection in Fair. So I'm just going to highlight the areas a lot. And just down my nose, forehead and chin. And with my damp beauty sponge, just bounce that. Just going to use a little bit of a creamier concealer. This is the Maybelline Fit Me, just to clean up those edges. Because that collection one's a lot thicker. And it was harder to blend in there. I'm going to set the under eye area and the spots that I put the concealer with my Face of Australia translucent powder, loose translucent powder. It's actually got a lot of foundation on it. This is where I do all my mixing of foundations on top of this. So I'm just going to use a little sponge, wedge sponge, just to bake it onto my face. I'm just going to bake underneath where I'll do my contour just quickly as well. Just going to let that bake for a little while, well not very long actually, a few more, about 10 more seconds. I'm just going to set the rest of my face with my Australis Fresh and Flawless, and this one is medium tan, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, medium tan. Even though I've got dry skin, I always still set my foundation, otherwise I feel like it does definitely slip off during the day. I'm just going to flick off that excess translucent powder. Now I'm just going to finish underneath my eyes, so I'm just going to go in with those same shades I did transition. So it was Fearless, Flawless, and then I'm just going to do the outer V in Funny. So I've just done the under eye area. Now I'm just going to do one more tiny bit of the Australis Metallix Eyeshadow. I'm just going to stick it on the inner part, just so it matches the lid. I don't always do this, but sometimes, just depends. You don't have to. So it looks like that. Do any eyeliner today, so I'm just going to coat both my bottom and top lashes with my favourite Holy Grail mascara, which is the Benefit They're Real mascara. I'm going to finish up the face. I'm going to use my NARS Laguna bronzer just to bronze up my face, and then I'm also going to use my Benefit Hoola just to contour. I don't always use both, but I just feel like doing it today just because, I don't know, I just do. So I just dip it in, tap it off, and I just bronze up the sides of my cheeks and then also my temples. And then whatever's left over, I'll just run down my neck. Okay, so now I'm just going to contour with my Hoola bronzer, and I'm just going to use the brush that it actually came with, and this is definitely my favourite contour brush. It's so good. If you don't have Hoola in your life, you seriously need to get it. It will change your contour and bronzing life. It's seriously incredible. So just a tiny bit of blush today, and I'm just going to use my Tarte Amazon Clay blush, and it's in Exposed. Just looks very similar to what the pan is, oh, sorry, the packaging is. Just that sort of mauvey colour. Adds a tiny bit of pop to the cheeks. So for highlight today, I'm just going to use my MAC Soft and Gentle. Freaking love this highlighter, it's so gorgeous. And then for lips, I'm going to just line my lips with the Chi Chi Totally Nude lip liner. And I'm just going to fill in the rest of my lips as well. And then I was gonna actually put on MAC Honey Love, which is probably my favourite nude lipsticks at the moment, but I've decided not to. I'm just gonna put a lip gloss on, and this is the Gerard Cosmetics Candy Kiss lip gloss. Seriously love this lip gloss, it's so gorgeous. So that is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on the main star of the show, which is my Australis Metallix Eyeshadow. And I hope you have learned a little bit more about the best way to applying it, or I think anyway. I one day discovered it. I was just trying to put it on, and I usually put it all over my lid or in a corner or whatever, and it looks really pretty. But one day I was like, I did the Outer V in like a darker sort of shade, and then I thought, I might try my Metallix eyeshadow on the lid, and I think it looks really, really stunning because it just looks like a glitter, but it stays on really well and whatever. So you can actually, I've got a lot of the Metallix eyeshadows. I've probably got about 5 or 6, maybe even. I can't remember how many colours I've got, but they all kind of work with this technique. You can just do any sort of darker Outer V. So thank you for watching. I will talk to you in my next video. Please subscribe and thumbs up if you enjoyed it. That would really help me out. Thanks guys. Bye.